Hey everybody, we're back. Hey
We
Dom,
back, y'all. We back.
let me try to do this IG stuff.
Yeah, I would notify it on there. Um, notify it on IG, and then that way you could get your people from there to come over here.
All right, guys, we have breaking news. Breaking news. Um, IG folks, we got breaking news. Phew,
Regarding Boosie.
regarding Boosie. All right, let me see if I can. Hey guys, we have breaking news regarding Boosie. I know, like we've been on here every day. Just tag Boosie. I'm tagging. How do you tag them inside of the chat?
Like from IG,
Hmm.
you just put the at symbol, and then you type in his tag him, Cash, everyone,
I don't even know tag cash is
TMZ,
tag.
all of them. I believe it's just Cash ENT. Cash
Tag.
ENT one on Instagram, and then you have tag whoever else, Shade Room, all of them,
Saucy, can
regarding
you
the
tag for me, please? Saucy, can you tag
yeah.
some folks for me, please? Barb, can you tag some folks for me? All right, guys, we got some breaking news. Uh, I'm trying to see if I got this thing here. Dom, you want to go ahead and give the
Yes.
thank you,
So
Queen.
okay, so the breaking news um, regarding you could still hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Now, are you gonna put it up on the screen, or should I just read it
You go
from
ahead
my
and read it because I tried to do a like a little nice thing with the my what's the name didn't work.
Okay. So, for one, make sure you guys hit the like button, please. That's first and foremost. Please hit the like button. That way, people can get this in the algorithm. People are notified who have been following this case regarding Boosie, which is the federal case in the Southern District um, of California.
California.
Yes, of California. Sorry, I was reading the text. And
Okay.
can you? Okay, and so um, yeah, so that's what I wanted to say. So that's that. And so remember, guys. So Friday, which was July 28th, um, Boosie he was scheduled for a hearing, right? A status hearing, and that was for which Sylvia read earlier, which was the motion to dismiss. Um, the attorneys put it in regarding the to dismiss the whole case, right? And so we just got breaking news that, and I know everyone, I was prepared to go on Friday, um, potentially run into Boosie because 9 times out of 10 when you have a federal case, you have to be present. The defendant has to be present, and we just got news that there has been a motion put in. Let me read it to you guys. Um,
In
and it
order.
says
In order by the
in
judge.
order. Excuse me, yeah, in order. So it's USA versus Torrance Hatch, and it says it's a minute order of Judge Kathy Ann Bencivengo as to Torrance Ivy Hatch. By order of the court, the 37 motion to dismiss indictment filed on behalf of defendant Torrance Ivy Hatch is taken under submission. If
Uh-oh.
argument if argument is required, the court will notify both parties. The motion hearing slash trial setting scheduled for Friday, July 28th, 2023 is vacated. No document attached. Notice
So
has
to
been
you,
electronically mailed. So, go ahead, Sylvia.
no, I was gonna tell you because to in fact, they've been given a date in October, but it may not even need to come to pass because
Right. It'll probably be dropped.
it was going to probably be dropped. Yep.
Yes. It'll probably be dropped. And remember, guys, um, like I
Just
was
tell
saying,
me. You remember when you were saying that what the judge said in regarding to
oh,
the
right. Thank you for reminding me because that was what
you're
I was just
welcome.
gonna say.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Sylvia. So guys, remember when I went in court, and this was the last time or the time before, whichever. But anyhow, when I went into the court, the judge, she said out of her own mouth. Remember when I had wrote it down? I have the exact words that she said in my notebook, but in other words, she said that, and this is the most important part, right? Because like we said earlier on the live regarding the they have to, because they didn't read him his Miranda rights, he has to those words are inadmissible, right? So they can't use those words that Boosie said to the officer regarding the, he was holding the gun in the video shoot, woo, 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 right? So the reason why I mentioned that and why that's important is because the judge said that the gun that was on Boosie's back, right? That it was on his waistband in the video shoot. There was no crime. This is from the judge's mouth now, right?
Mm-hmm.
No crime was being committed at the video shoot with that particular gun that was on the waistband. That's one important piece. The second piece that the judge said was that, as well as there's no crime attached to this weapon, out in the real world, in the streets. There's no crime attached to this gun. And so she said that we're going to leave it as it is. And so there's no crimes being committed with this particular gun. So in other words, I personally think that they went about it the incorrect way. There's too much error going
A
on in this,
lot
and
of error. Yeah.
there's too much error. The way they arrested him, illegal search and seizure, um, sending all of the deploying the helicopter, waiting around the block to pull him over.
And then conveniently having a supposedly ran a still red light.
Ran a red light, right? You say you ran a red light, but out here in California, the majority of the police cars have cameras. So where's that camera footage of him
That's what they
running?
were
Or
asking
they
for.
also
Yeah.
have they also have cameras on top of the light poles, like traffic cam.
Mm-hmm.
So was there, especially in that particular neighborhood, it's a lower income area, and there's gangs and whatnot, whatever. So they're gonna have those sorts of things. So where is that evidence? You see what I'm
And
saying? That they ran
and
the
then
red light.
and then with that declaration that his attorneys placed in there saying that basically in the state case, basically he had a vendetta against Boosie because he was like at the end he's like see you around. Then all of a sudden, boom, they come and get him. They drop the case so the feds
Right,
can contact him. They contact the feds so they can come after him. So that you can't do stuff like that.
right, exactly. And then you have the prosecutor singing, "Wipe me down."
Wipe me down.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, come on, people. Like, it's been a setup from the jump, and and I guess people want to say, "Oh, you guys aren't holding him accountable and whatever." Man, look, the man wasn't doing nothing wrong. Whether that was a real gun or not, the man came out here to for his income. That's what he does for a living. I see nothing
Okay, you
it's a
breaking
video
up.
shoot. He's a gangster rapper. Yeah. I'm kind of going through an area right now, but he's a gangster rapper, and that's what he gets paid legit, not illegal money. He gets paid legally to do this. Okay, he bought the guns. He brought the guns to California. Well, his bodyguard. I'm saying, his people brought the guns to California legally, the legal way. So, come on, people. I mean, you guys were specifically targeting him. I mean, it's just that simple, you know. And they have no grounds. So, I mean, it's going to go through the steps of the courts, but I personally think it's not going to hold up, especially the fact that that those words are inadmissible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they made a lot of errors. That's what I mean. Like Dom said, they made a lot of errors from the time they saw the videotape on the IG. They waited. They didn't come right then at the video shoot to arrest him. They waited till he got in the car, drove, and I mean, you don't
Right.
know what could happen in between that time frame. So there's no I guess what do you call it? No. I mean, he didn't commit any crime with the gun. He
He
didn't commit
didn't.
any crime.
He didn't.
He was not in the process of committing a crime with the gun.
And he didn't. And let me just say this as well, Sylvia, is that what people don't realize is maybe these prosecutors or the government doesn't know this, but when you're a celebrity and a high profile person like that, especially a gangster rapper, you could go ask 50 rappers, right? Go ask 50 rappers out that are out right now and ask them, when you come to a red light, and I'm not saying that Boosie ran the red light because I don't know. We don't have that on footage, right? But let's hypothetically speaking say his people ran the red light, right? So that's grounds to pull him over. That's just a check the registration, if the car is insured, and keep it pushing. That's a ticket, right?
You don't
Why
search
are you
the
searching?
car.
You're not
You're not
searching the
supposed to
car,
search
right?
the car. Yeah.
Exactly. And so to
Illegal
my
seizure,
point,
illegal
search and
seizure.
seizure, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, Sylvia, right? If you go ask 50 rappers when they come up to a red light, what do? 95, I would say 95% of them are going to say they stop at the red light, look both ways, make sure it's safe, and they run it. And the reason being is because they are a target.
Yeah.
Okay? They are a moving target. And if you're sitting at a light for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, that gives ample opportunity for someone to pull up and unload the clip on you like they did Tupac.
Yeah.
So it's a safety measure that these people put in play. It's not like you're just blowing through a red light. They stop most of the time. These people, they have professional drivers and whatnot. They stop, look both ways, and then keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Because that's a target. Even if when you pull up in a Sprinter van, and even with R. Kelly, when he used to get out, they pull him up. They make sure the coast is clear, or Jay-Z and stuff. They pull up right to the door, and then they open the door, and then you see them walk into the building real quick because it's just a safety measure. That's what they do because they're high profile. So, if that were to be true, that he ran the red light, I still need to see proof of that. I'm just not just
I think that was the reason for them to stop him. They was trying to say it's probable cause for them to stop them.
But that's not probable cause. That's not probable cause.
That's a cause for you to get a ticket, but it's not for you to go search the car. You're not supposed to search the car.
Exactly.
Did they have a search warrant?
That's the thing. I don't know. I did see Whack 100 say that, how quickly they got it. I don't know. I really don't know. I would have to find that out.
Because they didn't mention it in court. I didn't even see it in the court paper, even in the file.
Right. Exactly.
Even
so
in
me.
I'm
right.
Sorry.
No, yeah, you're right. So that's my thing as well. I personally don't think, it's just bottom line is they had no probable cause. I mean, they can say the felon with the weapon and whatever. That's still not probable cause because they were at the video shoot. You know what I'm saying? And that was, to me, that's not probable. I think illegal search and seizure. So there's too much error going on. You know.
We lost him. We will wait on him. Guys, if you guys are trying to come in, it's just me and Dom right now. Oh, he's having a hard time, guys. 305 Capricorn, you are absolutely right. She said, imagine how many brothers without the funds to fight cases that are in the feds for false report. So sad. Absolutely. I mean, since I've been doing this, I have seen some shady stuff that's being done by prosecution just to get a win. Just to get a win. Dom, go ahead. Okay, y'all. He's having a hard time with his connection. People that's on the IG, come on over to YouTube. Okay. Okay, Dom is having a hard time. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to tag people on this thing here that's live. Okay, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep it pushing. Okay. All right. So all right, so phone is done. He said his phone is died. He'll be right back. So guys, I let me just put the link in. Those who want to come up and have something to say, come on up. Come on up. Come on up if you have something to say. Remember the rules are coming up here. Be respectful. No cursing. No cursing, y'all. No, absolutely no cursing. Else I'll zap you and take you down if you cuss in here. I'm telling you, I'm not playing with y'all. Guys, if you want to come up, come on up and give me your thoughts of what you think of what we read and what we're saying in regard to the situation with Boosie. So Friday, remember Friday, there is no court. It has been vacated. And they're taking the those motion into submission. That means they're taking them into consideration. So they really gonna have to look. I think they gave some great arguments. In fact, as we read, there are several errors to judge to indicting Mr. Hash. I like to call people by their proper name, but for Boosie, because I mess up their stage name all the time. So anybody would like to come on up and give their input, come on in. Oh, so if you guys don't have an input, I can go to sleep. You know that, right? I can take my butt on to bed because tomorrow I have to get back at court. Inez, you was trying to get up here. Come on up, Inez. Hit the link. Inez was trying to get up earlier up here. Cause I can get off on here and go to bed if you guys don't have anything to say. You guys got the update and I can take my butt to bed. Terry, who is Terry? Terry McLean? What does Terry say? Terry says, he was a high-profile felon seen on camera with a gun. Okay, what happened? Well, we just read that the judge is taking the motion into consideration. Basically, the motion that we read. If you go back to my previous live and I read the statement, maybe I can read the bottom part of this for you guys. Hold on, maybe I can read it. And the oral statement that was submitted by his attorney. Let's see if I can get that for you. Hold on, let's see if I can pull that up for you. Oh, I do have the police report too, guys. I do have the police report. I have the email, the police. Oh, you know what? Let me just show you guys this stuff then. Okay, hold on. Let's do that. Let me show y'all this stuff. Let me show you the exhibits. I forgot to read this part to you guys. Okay, hey, let's go ahead and read these declaration. Let me show you this. Hold on, let me show you this. I forgot to show y'all that part. My bad. Okay, let's go. All right, here we go. Let me make this bigger for you guys. We read this part. Let me just show you some of you guys, I can read it again. Let me just tell you, read this one. It says, I, Damien, declare as follow. I am a counsel for Mr. Hatch in the instant matter. I was also Mr. Hatch counsel in relations to the matter in the San Diego County Superior Court. 3, I am licensed to practice law in the state of California, in the Central District of California, and the Southern District of California. 4, I have been practicing criminal defense throughout California for nearly a decade. 5, having handled hundreds of cases in the state level, I am familiar with the plea bargaining process in the state court. 6, upon Mr. Hatch arraignment, the San Diego Deputy District Attorney assigned to the matter, Mr. Matthew Carberry. Mr. Carberry moved for an order obtaining a Balco swab, buccal swab from Mr. Hatch. I objected. Consequently, Detective Sharif obtained a warrant for the swab. Number 7, while emailing concerning our disagreement concerning the buccal swab, Mr. Carberry emailed me and my counsel at his office official offering to Mr. Hatch would be no offer. Okay. Therefore, on Mr. Hatch's second court date, the detective obtained the buccal swab, and Mr. Carberry, my counsel, and I discussed Mr. Hatch's case with the judge assigned to his matter, the Honorable Dwayne K. Morning. Mr. Carberry explained to the Honorable Judge Mooring that his position was that Mr. Hatch should not get an offer from the district attorney's office. He emphasizes that he viewed what he viewed as Mr. Hatch flippiness in leading his fan in the "fuck the San Diego police" chant. My counsel, my co-counsel, and I explained that Mr. Hatch had a minimal criminal record and had much mitigation to offer. In particular, Mr. Hatch has been extremely um, philapathics throughout his career. Consequently, the Honorable Judge Morning indicated that he would offer Mr. Hatch a non-custodial deal to 2 years felony probation for 180 to 365 days in the county jail stay. This was quite a victory for Mr. Hatch, considering that he was facing up to 3 years in state prison. Had this been crystallized, he would have never stepped a foot in jail or prison should he have abide by the terms of his probation. Number 12, upon exiting the courtroom that morning, my co-counsel and I inquired of Mr. Carberry why he had not made an offer on such a run-of-the-mill case. In my experience, gun cases of this nature are quick to settle and are not cases which state court prosecutors are ideally opposed to make an offer. Mr. Carberry responded with a shocking revelation that he did not like my client because he came to San Diego with another jurisdiction. From another jurisdiction, committed crime, and then led his fans in a "fuck the San Diego police" chant. Thereafter, I witnessed Mr. Carberry walk past Mr. Hatch in the hallway in front of the courtroom. He nodded his head, grinned, and said, "So long," arrogantly to Mr. Hatch. Thereafter, on June 14, 2023, Mr. Hatch had prepared to accept the court's offer. Indeed, my co-counsel and he were filling Indeed, my co-counsel and he was filling out his change of plea form in the hallway in front of the Honorable Judge Morning courtroom when they found out the ATF agent would be arresting him. 15. Mr. Carberry then moved to dismiss the felony complaint his office had filed against Mr. Hatch, and the court dismissed the matter. 16. It is my belief that members of the San Diego County District Office and his or its agent contacted U.S. Attorney's Office out of discontent with the non-custodial offer that the state judge made for Mr. Hatch, so as to retaliate against Mr. Hatch for asserting his constitutional right to free speech and his constitutional right to a plea bargain. The U.S. Attorney's Office injected itself into Mr. Hatch's matter. I declare under penalty and perjury under the law of the United States of America that the foregoing is true and correct, executed on 12th day of July 2023 in Pasadena, California. And he gives his name, right? And now this is the exhibit. Exhibit 1A is the Supreme Court, Central Court complaint felony. And it has here that the booking date and all that, his birthday. And then it says here, summary of charge, right? And it says felony 1623 Hatch, Torrance Ivy, and it says PC 1035.3. It says informal request for discovery. And it says here that the undersigned certifying upon information and belief complained that in the county of San Diego, state of California, the defendant did commit the following crime. And it says the charges was count 1, possession of firearm by a felon or addicted to narcotic drugs. Okay, on or about May 6th, Torrance Ivy Hatch did unlawfully own, purchase, receive, and have in or her possession and under his or her custody the control a firearm that said that defendant having theretofore been duly and legally convicted of a felony in violation of Penal Code Section 29800A1. Okay, it says prior, gives his prior in Baton Rouge. It gave the cases that he had before. And it says here that probation denied priors. And it says it is further alleged that the defendant, Torrance Ivy Hatch, was previously convicted twice or more in the state of a felony in any other place of a public offense, which is committed in this state would be punishable as a felony within the meanings of Penal Code Section 1203E4. Then it gives here the Louisiana Code and the conviction date, which was back in 2011. It has 3 different charges on that, and all of them was from November 29th, the conviction date. And then it says, notice any defendant named in this complaint who is on criminal probation in San Diego is by receiving this complaint on notice and evidence presented to the court at the preliminary hearing on this complaint is presented for the dual purpose. The people are seeking to hold order on the charges pursuant to Penal Code Section 872, and simultaneously the people are seeking revocation of the defendant's probation on any and on all such probation grants utilizing the same evidence at the preliminary hearing. Defendants to either or both procedures should be considered and presented as appropriate to the preliminary hearing. Notice any defendant named on this complaint who is on mandatory supervision in the San Diego County is by receiving this complaint on notice that the evidence presented to the court at the preliminary hearing on this complaint is presented to a dual purpose. The people are seeking on holding order on the charges pursuant to Penal Code Section 872, and simultaneously the people are seeking a revocation of the defendant mandatory supervision pursuant to Penal Code Section 1170 H5B and 1203.2 on any and all such grants utilizing the same evidence at the preliminary hearing. Defense to either or both procedures should be considered and presented as appropriate to the preliminary hearing. Pursuant to Penal Code Section 1054.5B, and the people are hereby informally requesting that the defendant counsel provide discovery to the people as required by Penal Code Section 1054.3. All right, I don't need to be reading all this. It says mandatory state prison incarceration and executive. Blah, blah, blah. I declare the perjury and penalty. It is true and correct, and that This complaint, case number CD298972, consists of one count executed in the city of San Diego, county of San Diego, state of California on May 15, 2023. And it gives here, didn't get a chance to sign it. And this is Exhibit B here. Exhibit B is basically the email that he was talking about, which, good morning. Our BWC coordinator was unbeknownst to me on vacation the past week. Therefore, I went ahead and put the BWC on thumb drive for discovery. That should be available at some point today. Additionally, the photographs for the arrests, gun, car, etc., failure to upload properly from SDPD. The case detective will burn them directly to a disk for me when we get to work today after 2. I have yet to be in possession of the certified document from Louisiana, where when I am, I will send them to you. Additionally, as mentioned, we obtain a search warrant for a swab. I will withdraw the motion. A detective will be present in court to collect the sample. I'm hoping there wouldn't be any further objection. Our official offer at this point is no offer. If you want to make an offer today, I can run it by my supervisor before tomorrow readiness. Or an alternative, maybe Judge Morning will take a plea to the sheet and put this to rest. If you have any question, I should be at my desk for the most of the morning. Thank you, Matthew Carberry. And then the next one, Exhibit C. This is the actual arrest, and it says on 5/6/23 at approximately 14:50, I was conducting intelligence gathering while using the social media platform Instagram. The Instagram handle was KP2 Market Made, posted a story of an unknown black male wearing red pants and white t-shirt filming a music video in what appears to be a backyard. The black male had a black handgun tucked in his back waistband. I know the Instagram handle is KP2 _ Market Made. Is Alandre Dickerson, 6/22/1994. I arrested Dickerson on 4/7/23 for the charges of 32 PC accessory to murder. Oh, Gucci was right. This guy was arrested, y'all. He was arrested on April 7th for the charges of 32 PC, accessory to murder. Dickerson is known as neighborhood Crip gang member. So Gucci was right. Gucci was right, y'all. Philanthropist. I still got stuck. Hey, Maurice. Nice to meet you, too. Okay, let me finish reading the rest of this. Okay, he did it. So guys, this guy was arrested. Gucci was absolutely correct. I thought Gucci was wrong when I was like, well, I don't know if this guy had some kind of deal going on. So he was trying to make a deal because he just got arrested on April 7th for 32 PC accessory to murder. Wow. Accessory to murder. Okay, let's go back. Let me go finish reading this. We talked about during the live, remember, we thought he gave Boosie up for for the other guy. Oh yeah, Queen. My head is like a little bit like overflowing with stuff. Okay, hold on. So he said okay. Dickerson is known for a neighborhood Crip gang member. I click on the profile. Dickerson had tagged on the story to a male with a firearm on his back waistband. The Instagram handle was Mama, he's live again 2.0. Once clicking on the profile, I immediately recognized the man as the rapper Little Boosie or Boosie Badass. Little Boosie was later identified as Torrance Hatch. Then I clicked on the Instagram handle, Mama, he's live again 2.0. It showed the individual had a live story currently taking place. I clicked on the live story and watched it for several minutes. The live story showed the street sign 49th Street on the background. Based on my training and experience, the street gang neighborhood Crip will hang out off of 49th Street and Guyman Street in neighborhood Crip territory. Based on Dickerson and Hatch's Instagram story, I asked Abel to fly over the area of 4900 Guyman Street to see if they could see a music video being filmed. I gave ABLE, the district description of Hash and informed them he was seen in a video with a black handgun in his back waistband. ABE was able to locate Hash based on his distinct clothing and watch him getting into a rear passenger seat in a black Mercedes SUV. Hatch was subsequently stopped on 4700 Market Street for moving violation and two firearms located. One of the firearm located appears to be the firearm Hatch had tucked in his wayside. See Hash arrest report for further detail. Okay. All right. So that's it, y'all. All right. So that was it for that. So you was right. We're done. I'm about to get off this live. I didn't feed my husband. I gotta get off this live because I think he's not a happy camper. All right. Good people, I'm gonna have to take my butt on. You can represent. All right, so that Dom is not coming back, so I'm about to hit the road, y'all. I'm done. So that's it. That's it. Y'all don't want to come up. I've clicked the invite. Y'all don't want to come up, so I'm gonna take my butt to bed. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Bye.